Welcome back to an unconventional approach to financial self-reliance. Today we're going to be talking about recapturing money without changing your lifestyle. You know, one of the things that I've learned as I worked with families over the years is that what people really want, and families in particular, is wealth. Now, unfortunately, one of the things that happens along the way is debt. And between debt and the market and losses with previous investments, a lot of families have given up on the idea of achieving wealth. So let's take a look at what it's going to take to reverse that trend. Now, one of the things that I've also come to understand over time is that as money flows into people's lives through their income or from whatever sources they have, there are three places that they can put that money. Number one is they can use it to pay down debt. Number two is they can use it for their savings or their retirement. And lastly, it can go to lifestyle. Now, unfortunately, again, a bad trend out there is that because we've given up on the idea of achieving wealth and even paying off debt because of its size and the volume, that most of our money goes into lifestyle. And once we have established a certain lifestyle, it's very difficult for us to go backwards, if you will, or to lower our lifestyle. That's why we found 23 major strategies to help families to recapture this wealth. As I said, as money comes into their life, they then have opportunities for it to flow out of their life. Unfortunately, too often money is flowing out of their life and it doesn't impact their lifestyle. So if we could recapture that money, then we could make some strides in creating and building wealth. So of these 23 strategies, I don't want to go over all of them right now, obviously, but let's just look at one of these strategies for right now. Now, all of these do not work for everybody. Usually we find 3 to 5 strategies for any given family. But let's look at auto insurance as just an example of what I mean by recapturing wealth without changing lifestyle. Now, the conventional way of acquiring life insurance is that when we're talking to the life insurance agent, they ask us, now, do you want to pay $250 or $1,000 in the event of an accident? And of course, that's an easy decision. We only want to pay $250. Well, that impacts the amount of the premium. That creates a higher annual premium and consequently monthly if that's the way you pay it. But if we look at the reality, we actually make infrequent claims. First of all, we don't get in that many accidents. Statistically speaking, we don't get in very many accidents, and certainly not enough to justify the lower deductible. The other thing is that if we do get in an accident, we do everything we can not to file a claim because, of course, we know that if we file a claim that our rates will go up. And so I even have heard of people who pay to repair the damages more than the amount of the deductible in order to avoid filing that claim. So let's look at the unconventional way of doing it. What if we were to raise our deductible to $1,000, thereby saving in the premium? In this case, for the purposes of this illustration, I'm showing a savings of $83 a month by raising the deductible, thereby lowering the annual premium. Okay, by doing that, it would only take 9 months, and we'd be able to accumulate that $83 over this 9-month period of time, and that would give us approximately $750 or enough to make up the difference between the low deductible and the high deductible. Therefore, if we had an accident and we had that money set aside for the deductible replacement, we could then make the $1,000 deductible, and it would feel like a $250 deductible. And then after that, after we've acquired that 9 months, the $83 a month from there on out would be available to put towards our savings or retirement to accumulate wealth. And at $83 a month, even at a 6% return over 20 years is almost $40,000. So this is an example of recapturing wealth without changing our lifestyle, because you see, this doesn't impact our lifestyle one bit. Now, we know that families have holes in their financial model, just generally speaking. And so our objective is to help them to fill this bucket, which is their retirement bucket, if you will. And there are two ways to do this. Number one, you can simply pour more into the bucket faster and fill it up faster than it's leaking out. That's one way to do it. But a more practical way to do it and a safer way to do it is to take that same bucket and plug the holes. Then you've got money that can come in even at a trickle, and eventually it'll fill the bucket up, and possibly at the exact same pace. So our objective is to help families to fill their bucket by plugging the holes, and plugging the holes means recapturing money that's flowing out of their lifestyle, flowing out of their life without changing their lifestyle. If you'd like to learn about this or other methods that we use to help families to obtain financial self-reliance, please contact us at the information below.